Did you manage? Oh, well, I knew now. Go ahead. Right then, I've much to do. What's that look? Well, under the earth, even the vulgar shall not be left. Which is why I... Just you watch. Would you like? I see bright things. Enter into my... And who knows? What say you? Very well. I knew I shall await you. We shall hold the ceremony for your... I see great things ahead of... Right then, I've much to...
Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta check my last VOD. Okay, so no, I am... My last stream was not affected, but for whatever reason, OBS decided to disconnect my mic. So, cheers for that. Okay. Anywho... Guess while we're doing some boring stuff. I've recently started watching the OG Mobile Suit anime. And a lot of folk say like anime's for kids and whatnot. My brothers and sisters in Christ, my siblings in Christ. Mobile Suit Gundam opens up with a fucking war crime simulation. Like there's Zaku's gunning down, evacuating civilians, child soldiers. Just because things look toyetic, it doesn't mean it's fucking for kids.
I suppose one must but a true. I'm sorry, but I haven't the great. But now, for a true. I must for a true.
They also got like kids in the fucking warship. Like real kids, not like, you know, slowly going into adulthood. We're talking like little tots running around the ship. It's fucking crazy. Alright. Now to Liurnia. In voice this time. There we go. Chat Hayat up.
My name is Hayat. If I might be so, would you donate? My eyesight is when I eat, it will lead me. Oh, now I can. You are most kind. May the blessing of the.
I really hope you enjoy that.
You are most kind indeed.
Great.
May the blessing of the fingers.
Oh, then, believe it or for a... Well, you're a true... My name is presuming your interest. Only... I'm afraid... Oh, right. I can tell you what You've seen that structure? That's the Academy. Only its doors have been... After they declared they would, the Academy cast repelling seals, as you might have guessed, making entry to the Academy, and so I'm stuck here. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped... Why not without one, and you'll never... And if you've... Once you've told you... I know it. I'm a blunt stone. But still, you've taken... Well, that is... Selin was well known. I followed her at school. But Selin was expelled, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers. I still don't believe the illustrious Selin.
Right. None of those are interesting to me. I'm just here to move his quest along. Even though it's still just like a sorcery reward. You gotta do it. You gotta do it all. That's the best way to experience Elden Ring. You can't just go in, do your route to get everything you need for your build, and then just sail through, because you're gonna bore yourself. You're gonna have a fucking boring experience. That's why you gotta go and get everything. Does it make challenge runs a little meh? Yeah. Oh, thank you! Yes, I'm having a great time so far. No. There we go, first time. Alright, the dog's out and it's barking. Unfortunately, my neighborhood is just filled with dogs that bark. Like, there's only one dog I know in the neighborhood that does not bark incessantly. And pretty alright, but considering, like, we've got, like... How many dogs do I know are in the neighborhood, actually? At least we're in the double digits. Only one or two not being barkers doesn't really help the noise. Thank goodness we don't have a HOA though, because goodness me. At least I don't think so. If we do, they aren't nightmarish, like checking to make sure the lawn is at appropriate height. And petty shit like that. Okay, so the plan today is hopefully we can get through most of the left side of Liurnia. That's just how I like to progress through this area, because it's all nice and organized into these like straight lines. Play through Elden Ring, I have half a mind to actually buy Night Ring, because it does look like a lot of fun. It's just, there's a few things about it that don't quite sit right with me.
Surprised you. No matter why, don't.
Because, like, I really do enjoy games where you're able to customize your character, or... Character customization is really important to me. And I feel like the current setup for Night Rain isn't quite to my personal tastes. Which, I mean, that's okay. They're allowed to do new things. They don't have to do the exact same thing all the time, right? The fact that a game dev studio is able to, like, have the opportunity to branch out and experiment a little is really important, especially nowadays where games are so pigeonholed into having to be one type of thing according to an executive's demand. Executive, publisher. Meanwhile, there's so many things you can do with a game. It just is not being capitalized by big studios. Because they're still like holding on to their gravy trains. But like they're slowly starting to like, you know, fall off. I think my biggest concern with Night Rain would be, I think it would mess up with my memory. What I mean by that is mostly the jumps. Like, I know you can't take fall damage in Night Rain, and fall damage in Elden Ring is already a bit of a dodgy sort of thing to be dealing with. So I'd worried I'd be, you know, a little too... I'll say foolhardy in testing whether or not a jump is safe. Your heal was completely wasted. Nope. I am getting too fancy for my own good. I wish I had an opportunity to use Flame of the Fellow God in my Pyromancer playthrough. That is a little concerned with the way these characters are built, is because they're focusing on like at least 6 different aspects. Building for them is a bit nutty. I'd say probably the worst was the Necromancer slash Sword and Board character, because I'd have to balance health, I had to balance strength and dex. I had to balance endurance for all the gear. And then I had to get Instant Faith. So really a big nightmare for stat allocation. I don't foresee it being too bad with this fella because most of the weapons are going to be focusing on dex. 20 strength should be good enough until like Shadows of the Earth Tree, but by then I don't have too many issues with stat allocation. I did not mean to do that. I think I'm slowly starting to find my personal pace for video creation as well. So like for context sake, I'm currently working on a guide video for Warframe. About like one of the, I guess you could call it hero, champion, you can play in a game called Rhino. And like I got a decent amount of footage. I got my script written out. I just need to like sit down and edit it. But I'm also trying to keep pace with weekly highlight compilations because I gotta download my VODs anyways for archival purposes, so I might as well, every week turn, a week's worth of streams into a highlight reel. So that's already some editing I'm already happy to do. So I think going forward, I'll be doing like guaranteed a weekly highlight compilation, and I think at my current pace, maybe a more detailed video, like a guide or a video essay every month, which I think it's fairly reasonable for someone who's just starting out, but also working a job. I know it might not be the best for growth, but you kind of have to find a balance, right? Because if I sit myself down around the clock trying to push out all this content, the quality is going to drop. I am going to burn myself out, right? And right now, this is pretty much just a hobby to me, which I seem to be collecting a lot of hobbies. Prime example, I do a lot of Gunpla. I did this guy the other day, Blue Destiny 1. So like, there's no reason for me to take this as a job. Although maybe like in the future, I'd love to have it as like a job. But for the sake of like being, you know, realistic, I should not engage this as a job just yet. I guess a little bit more on that. One of the big proponents for why I decided to start doing this is during my time in college, we used to do a lot of like video essay work as part of like projects to apply our design thinking, right? It was just a practical method of handling that process because we were remote for at least 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. And so, like, I had fun doing it. It was great for me to, like, you know, learn about it. And I've always had, like, always dreamed of becoming a YouTuber. But, like, you know, when you're, like, actually growing up in, like, the 2010s, who didn't want to be a YouTuber? But, once I graduated, we were already in this, period of trepidation, like, going, oh my god. Is the industry okay? Can we actually get hired? Because, like, third year, we had, like, a co-op program. Mandatory. You had to do a co-op program with a studio. But, a vast majority of the program could not find a suitable position. So we had to like petition for like a fallback nest program just so we can get the credit and, you know, get a bursary for, you know, doing this.
Oh, well, I witnessed a sea oppression a waking night. But this time, and though the justice to let the scars
so we do that.
This time, though the suffering justice to let the scars.
And of course, the industry does not get better in just like a year's time. Unfortunately. And so, like, when I got into the program, it was a really good idea at the time because it was primetime COVID. So, like, the industry was booming because a lot of people were back in their houses with nothing to do. And so games kind of, like, you know, jumped to the forefront. So there was plenty of, there was a pretty good economy for people to get into the games industry. But evidently, things have not stayed at that rate as things opened up again. So it was like a bubble. And the bubble has been pretty much bursting. That's why you have a lot of industries laying off a lot of developers to cut down costs on top of, like, whatever failure of the week they've got to deal with. Like, where were some big flops? Redfall was a pretty big flop. Maybe because of the executives. I'd say because of the executives being a development studio that was more accustomed to a certain experience for basically whatever schlock they wanted to do to make more money. Concord, that's another big one. So basically, you have all these, experienced developers scrounging for jobs. So, like, where the hell do the new people go? Like, I don't claim to be, like, the best designer in my program. I was certainly not. There was people of higher skill sets, higher passion. But, like, they couldn't find anything. They're struggling to find anything right now. Every time we find out someone in our program has actually managed to find a job, we celebrate, because that is someone who actually managed to persevere. Meanwhile, a lot of us are, finding work, doing our own personal projects. And that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm trying to maintain, like, minimum wage jobs. I'm lucky because I work liquor store. But it's only a temporary thing. I'm only here for, like, the summer. And then I have to hopefully find something that's a lot more permanent. Preferably, like, maybe an office job.
Oh, aye, we're finished. The curse monger, I beg you. You must keep it. And if you can please give it. I chosen the medallion only a quaint thread for dear Latin. My leg, alas.
Sorry, I had to let old Elvis do his spiel. Rest in peace, old man. Alright, where was I? So yeah, well, like, a lot of us are just scraping by. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen, like, the meme where it's like, go to university for all the job opportunities in question, and it's like a Mario Party minigame of them cutting, like, veggies, working at a kitchen. And it's hyperbolic, but it kind of does really feel like that. Yeah, I guess my overall hope with this is it somehow grows big enough to, like, be enough to support myself sustainably. I don't need, like, I don't need to become, like, a six-figure individual. Realistically, all I need is to make sure I can keep on living and keep on doing what I do comfortably. More importantly, doing this free from business oversight, because I've lost faith in, like, businesses, to be honest. So if I could, like, find a way to go solo, be able to do what I want to do, that'd be my dream. I wish I could say my path, but unfortunately, there's so many people out here just trying to make it their path. I don't see it reaching that pinnacle. But I'm going to keep on trying because, I like doing this. I think I got, like, one other solid idea to go my own way, and that's, like, opening, like, like, board game cafes, something like that, because my town is really devoid of anywhere a introvert would want to, like, go out and socialize. Your options are pretty much, do you like bars? You can go to a bar. That's it. There is jack and all to do in my town. Let me get some jams in here. I'm throwing. I don't have my jams on. There we go. Bopping it to, once again, the Armored Core soundtracks. I am probably never going to be sponsored by From Software, although I wouldn't mind. But listen to all of their soundtracks. It doesn't need to just be like Dark Souls and Ring soundtracks. Listen to their Armored Core soundtracks. These are some of the best tracks ever. I heard a bug around here. Where are the scarab? Maybe it's further down. Oh, there it is. What am I doing? Just give me a second. I gotta take off my socks. Fun little fact about me. My feet suck at regulating temperature. Like every other part of my body, I don't have nearly as much trouble, but my feet, they get hot, they get cold so easily. It's not even funny. Check and make sure there's no items I'm missing here. But it's very possible there's nothing here to grab. It's just an interesting vista. Whew. Let's see here. Okay. No, it's not supporting me. There we go. A little compromise. Hello? Hello. Ugh. Unfortunately, I do feel most comfortable with it reclined all the way back. Alright, this is the one where you have to climb it from the outside. rest up and put that sacred tear on. Sure my equipment order wasn't wonky. Guardian garb. It's probably too heavy. Yeah. God, I really am just towing the line. What is within my equip load? Just because I like the coloring a little bit more. What can I say? Sometimes you can't compromise in fashion. All right, so we got an excellent strat here. Going to summon my wolves and get some fire grease in here. The reason why I'm using this weapon in particular is I got wild strikes, which is really handy for applying a lot of extra damage. And I think the element's mental is going to... Yeah. Oh. Haha. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the AoE. I thought it was just beams. My memory's failing. Oh. There we go. Oh. Not quite what I had in mind. I got hit with the delay. There we go. Alright. We got a bot. Let's see here. What if I copy that and put that in the auto mod? I think that'd be helpful. Okay. Sayonara. Let's see here. Let's see. Can I actually tweak a auto mod from here? There we go. Hopefully, I'll stop at least a couple. Alright. Back to Elden Ring. Since I've been talking about my program this stream, here's a neat little idea. I feel like I might have mentioned this before, but the fact that it's come up again means I should probably do it. But some of my fellow developers were lucky enough or had like the resources to actually publish their stuff on Steam, whether that be like a demo or free game. So I'm thinking, would it be like a cool idea if I was able to, like, you know, have a stream where it's just a big celebration of my program mates? Share the love. I like this sneaky little bastard. Because the tree acts like cover for him. Alright. Do we send it? Do we go through this entire dungeon without resting at the Grace? I think we do. We're content doers here. And this is some prime content. This has got to be one of my favorite dungeons because, so like, picture this, day one, Elden Ring. You are a veteran of the Souls series, so you know about illusory walls, right? And you've just spent, like, as much time as possible in Limgrave just, like, looking for them, and they haven't shown up yet. And so you're like, oh my god, have they done away with them? And, like, Liurnia is the first dungeon to actually feature them, and you're like, oh, they're here. Remember, like, running upstairs to, like, my brother and saying, like, Did you know that they have illusory walls in Liurnia? It's like a highlight of the day. Which, like, it sounds silly, but, like, when you've played a lot of From Software, you just get excited for these little things, because, like, they are very consistent, like, featuring certain things. And they've got their staples. I guess it's part of the reason why From Software is like such a game design darling. Oh, 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 ho, 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 ho. If I had like a best comparison for like the amount of things they like grandfather in, I'd say probably like Final Fantasy. But even then, like Final Fantasy has definitely had a few like few games that either stray too far from like the formula, or like just feel a little stinky in general. Like I feel like a lot of people really dislike 8 because it's very fundamental different experience from like anything before. I guess the same could be said about From Software though, because like there's Dark Souls 2, which it is my favorite game in the series. I will wholeheartedly admit that, but not as many people liked it as much as I do, which I mean is fair. I love how it tricks them to get with this, because, like, it's illusory wall after wall. And then it's the dick-ass snail. That's the actual boss. Oh, I completely with that. Oh. And I don't even care, baby. Oh. Okay, maybe I care a little bit. Oh, brother's got the high knight magnetism. Still came out on top, though. Mind you, I feel like something could just breathe on me and I'll fall. Don't kill me, bats. Please and thank you. Stay chill, spirit jellyfish. Oh, fuck. Fuller militia are up ahead. This is gonna get a little dodgy. Oh wait, no, it's worse. It's Edgar. Fuck. Well, thank God the Grace is right here, because if I biff it, I can immediately just get back into it. Oh, someone's not having a bonfire, are they? Oh, it's gonna waft into my room. I'll have to get the fan. Died so close to the grace. And oh. Oh, bugger. That's really powerful for a startup attack. Please bleed. Please bleed. Oh! He only bled at the very end. Free grape, though. All right. So now we go around. Or I guess. Nah, I saved the lake bits for when I go down the middle. I think. There's some logic here, trust me. Trust me. Sure. Okay, no, there isn't anything here. Sorry, Bowles, you're on prod watch. Imagine how unfortunate it would be to just be like... I think it'd be fair to call trolls slave knights. Like, I don't think trolls got a very good deal of betraying the giants in lore. Like, for Christ's sakes, they're driving carriages through spikes impaled in their torsos. I don't think they're doing great. And again, there is EG, but I feel like he's the one exception of a troll that's, like, doing well for himself, and I think that has a lot to do with, like, Ronnie and the Carrion royal family. Nah, not the whole family, probably just Ronnie. Alright, we bug these jellyfish and then we go up to the Great Belfries. I like how these guys are represented in Shadow of the Earth Tree with the big fucking worms. I like to imagine America was just like, I prefer the jellyfish infinitely more than these fucking worms. Get them away. Get them out of my face, out of my sight. I don't want to see them. So basically, I should be hired by fucking FarmSoft to develop the lore here. Ooh. Top 5 jump scares in Elden Ring. Numero 5. Undead giant carrion knight. Okay, very cursed thought. I'm really sad to say this, but unfortunately, Kalay looks a little too much like Kakashi from Naruto. And it was completely unintentional. I had no desire to remake anything that looked like Kakashi. I just wanted an old grizzled man, but right now with this hood, or is it hood? Mask. This mask, yeah. It makes him look like Kakashi. Which one is this? Precipice of Anticipation. I think that's the very start one. That's the one I need right now. Friendly lands, that's Farum Azula. And, okay, so that is the right one. It's very important because it moves along Nefeli's questline, but also very useful for this run because one of the animal spirit ashes is there. I think it's Stormhawk Dean. Because, like, as well good and all the wolves are, they're going to taper off very fast. We're just going to stick to all reliable katana because fighting these guys is a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. So we're not fucking around here. Get thee gone, small child. Stormhawk King and Stormhawk Dean. Hopefully my beloved for this run. If not, well, I mean, there's the Warhawk, I think. I don't know too many other spirit animals. Oh. Well. Okay, we've been an hour going on. So we're already doing better than last stream. So quick little thing about last stream. In the event you don't watch the VOD, which I don't blame you, it's only an hour long. I was doing a Warframe grind, right? And the very first thing I do in every single one of those streams is I do a grind for a dojo color, which you can do by getting like pigment off of a certain enemy type. And what basically happened is usually those grinds take up to an hour. If I get the right mission and I find the right enemies. Other times it takes a little bit longer because I'm an idiot and don't look things up before doing them. But this one, for ungodly reasons, was done in 6 minutes. I was expecting it to be a longer one because, like, the drop chance on that enemy was not great. Which was kind of like, you know, that's the challenge, but I got it off, like, 6 minutes flat. So I was left with like the unenviable goal of trying to make up for that amount of time, because I like having my streams be at least like 2.5 hours, 3 hours if I have the willpower to keep on pushing through. But I was already up the creek with that. Plus, I wasn't feeling it. For whatever reason, I was tired. So like, that plus unfortunate matchmaking experience kind of ended up having a tiny hour-long stream. So like, what is this? Get that out of my ears. Okay. But yeah, we're now cresting that, and I'm still feeling ready to go. Though I might take a break soon, just to like refill my drink. Maybe instead of refill, get like a root beer. Nope. Oh, I thought I was going to do the thrust. Or maybe I'm thinking of Crucible Knights. Crucible Knights love doing their combos and then immediately following up with a thrust. They're nasty like that. should have directed that move towards him to finish him off. Oh, Selon was greedy. You can't be doing that in the From Software game, my pal. I don't even have enough faith for that. Yeesh. Oh. Come and face me, my challenger. Too slow. Nice hit, but unfortunately I got the blender. You got blended. I love the concept of Twin Blades so much. It's like one of the most ideal like dueling weapons, but it doesn't really have any practical use inside like proper medieval combat because you're fighting next to a bunch of people. You can't really use these spinning motions in formation very well. But man, is it cool. But like when you get down to it, it's a bladed staff that needs like edge alignment to be best used. So basically it's quarter staff but for like tryhards. Your back is open, my friend. Oh, I whipped the timing. Me when there's iframes in real life. Ah, yes, finally. The west side of the map is revealed. You know, I think we've held pretty fucking nice and firm to the west side. Oh. Can't forget the swimming pool for all the co-op I will be doing, which is exactly 0. Ah, here it is. Oh, someone's on my tail. I don't think it's these wolves, though. There. Oh, it's these wolves. Very different. It's a completely different pack. They just happen to socially distance each other enough so they don't interfere with each other. Now, having some summons for this one is definitely ideal. Any help you can get against the Royal Revenants is help you well should be taking. Even one of those guys is using the dreaded Moog Spear. You do not mess around with those fuckers. I gotta say, the Frozen Eel's a unmitigated king of the rapiers. It's such a good weapon. Hello.
I presume you... Oh, I am an old... So here, perhaps you... Oh, and I'm... If you come to... I am... You don't know how... brave turn. This territory, when the Rhea Lucaria after Levkarians were conjuring, that is why I, unless you wished. Live, quite a rare occurrence. Perhaps he's seen at any rate. I've something. I've explained the enchant. Whatever you do.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think this is a good place to take a quick little break. Silence the jams so they can play out. What am I doing in here? I need my OBS. The duck account. Bio break. Alrighty, I will be back in a minute. I will leave you with the dulcet tones of Liurnia. Alrighty, gang, we are back. Get rid of the text. Jams are back on. Alrighty. Let's take it to the manor. I get my S's back. Giant rat. Well, no, Torrent. We ain't done. Torrent! Torrent! Whew. We are now getting standard quality row of raisins. None of that fancy shit for that display. I thought he was going to flip the other way. Yeah, quick little tip for these guys. If you attack them from the backside, they actually flinch a lot easier. Idiot. Oh. I guess you should probably use this. Yeah, we should definitely use this. See, look at that. It's nice and clean. If your weapon's capable of doing some decent stagger, hitting them from the back of their, I guess, severed connection to their arm is way efficient on, like, actually getting hits in. So so you don't have to worry so much. Alternatively, you could just use, like, magma, but you don't really have magma this early on. No. Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Oh, no. Oh, no. Get up, get up, go. Chug, 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 chug. Whew. These things get close with these fucking hands. I did not see that. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm definitely dead. Somehow I'm still breathing. Oh, I'm definitely dead now, though. Yeah, no. Dead. Yeah. Oh, come on. No. Oh, shit. No, we just need to run. This is too dangerous. Oh, come on! You know, if I had money, I'd commission a streamer to, like, make an animation of this situation. Not a streamer, artist. Well, I suppose there's artist streamers too. No, thank you. Oh, there's a scarab right there. Come on, pal. You're mine. Die faster. Thank you. Ah. Watch out for that guy. And 100-meter dash. Let's go. No, thank you. Whew. We are now through the worst of it. Don't even think about throwing me off. Yeesh, they're beefy. Bye-bye. Okay. Whew. I don't think so. Oh god, I have a feeling this one's an extended track. Bye-bye. So long. Your shield won't save you. Let me just check, make sure this track isn't the extent. It is. Okay. I could do without listening to this one on repeat. Skipping a track into advertising. Delicious. Okay. So first we hit up this grace, and then we go back down for some additional exploration. Sorry, I was just looking for a specific detail. I thought I saw it, but no, it made sense. It wasn't there. Right, this one's just right behind you. Doesn't seem to be a message here, so I can fix this. Behind. Hopefully that's clear enough. I'm 99% sure there's supposed to be a big hand that drops here as well. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong. this would be the best. It deals standard damage instead of slash. I feel like something was meant to be here, but maybe it's like the alt. It might be a different path. Okay. Oh, wow. So just saying now, these wolves are better to just ignore. Because in every situation where you're fighting them, they don't offer anywhere near enough of a reward. And they're always such a fucking pain. Just making sure, in case there's something there. Of course, when you have Unsheath working overtime for you, it's not so bad, is it? Just so I don't look so much like Akashi. Do you mind? Oh, he does mind. Okay. Oh, he really minds. Alright. I don't have enough for my wolves. That's okay, we'll just send it. Loretta's not too bad. Right? Oh, bugger. Oh, okay, okay. I need this. And probably this for safety. Mines? There we go. Rest here. I think it's time to... Oh yeah, it's definitely time to level up, Jesus. Let's get you to 15. And put the rest in endurance so I can hopefully equip more. Because even with a gold arsenal charm, I'm still scrounging for as much carry weight as possible. It's amazing what 2 points in endurance can allow you to do. Let me, it does help that the page hood is very light. Oh, what am I doing actually? Hold on. Before I go anywhere near there, there's still the little cliff I have to jump down. So I think once I wrapped up around this area, that's where we'll call it off. Ooh. This guy really did mine. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that smoke is starting to waft down into my room. Maybe not like the smoke, but like just the air that's affected by it. Really weird thing about me is my senses can be simultaneously really good and really shit. Like, I can hardly hear people in conversations sometimes, but like I can hear like a pin drop. And sometimes I can like sniff out the literal impurities in the air, and I cannot smell worth shit at the same time. It's really baffling. Okay, I'm gonna save spell. I'm closing that window and just turning on the fan. Now, I pray you guys can't hear that, but, 'tis the reality I live in. Let's square up with Ajula. Pretty much just need to bring her down to hell health, and then she picks it. See you later. Save this for later. I don't remember if there's any. No, I must be thinking of the ruins up on the hill. Or mountain, rather. You know what's a genuine question? Why do wizards want for towers? Why towers, in particular? Because if you ask me, it doesn't seem overly efficient with space-wise for like all the supplies they would need, right? Like, I think the only practical benefit is, like, just like a basic castle turret. It would have, like, you know, the advantage of height for slinging spells down, but that's kind of it. Wouldn't you, like, want, like, at least make them, like, thicker, I suppose.
Oh, you? Why not? But please, a little.
Oh. I might regale you with a bit of singing because a track came on and I like this one. It's in the universe. I think it's from a collection of like reprises and whatnot from Frequency. That's one of the Armored Core bands. Turn your grave eyes on my back, even in doubt. Bear the arms to belong in the universe. To be part of the seed, open eyes you've closed. Bear the arms to belong in the universe. Your grave eyes on my back, even if in doubt. Bear the arms to belong in the universe. To be part of the sea of you've closed. Bear the arms to belong in the universe. Remember the flow along to the wind and fact. Make yourself alone. Turn your grave eyes telephone. Alright, I think that's everything here. There's only emptiness. And do you stop? What could have caused? The feeling has come through to me. So call me to your glow. Call me to your pain. Call me to your glow. Call me to your pain. No more I cry for all because I'm beside you. No, I cry for all the stars will change to the future. Lies at the zenith scattered, but it's not as strong as you used. Call me to you're shining. No more I cry for all because I'm beside you. Cry for all because will change the future every time you rise. Change a stagnant world. It never ends as long as you're still alive.
Oh, I believe us. It pleases
Someone
me
was
to
having the
stand
exact
by
same
your
brainworms
party.
as I was. They were spinning in front of Ronnie.
I have no reason intriguing. Wilt thou enter? I am the witch Rani.
Cry for
But I might one day
I'm beside you.
I see
More
thou art
cry
I
for
require. I anticipate.
because we'll always have been. Love remains to the ends of earth. Then it never ends as long as you stay alive. Every time you rise, change a stagnant world. It never ends as long as you stay alive.
Again, the Karian royal family, I'm told that I will keep.
Shine never
For one who forgive me, let us give all that we can of ourselves
change
together.
the future.
Let us together.
That one was a remix by Keisuke Yasuda on YouTube. He does some really great work. Honestly, if you're not a big fan of just the tracks, the instrumentals in general, he does some excellent work providing additional lyrics. Makes it more enjoyable to people who are probably more used to
I'm going to see if I can. Don't keep me waiting.
Radio songs.
I see. Yes, I don't know what, but since I ask, I someone pay me should you, if it were up, but who?
I shall, and it will be this doll still I look for. I shall, and it will be some I have high I look for.
Alright, that is the entirety of the west side done. Oof. Alright, we are nearly at the 2.5 hour mark, so I think now is a good place to end it. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch a small streamer like me play games and ramble. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is where you're at. And you have a great one.